Good morning and happy Monday, Hope. Yesterday was Palm Sunday, which means we are now in Holy Week. Holy Week is the time in the church where we celebrate the lowest of lows and the highest of highs. We turn our attention to focusing on Jesus' betrayal and his arrest and his eventual crucifixion. This is the lowest time in the church calendar because the worst thing that's ever happened in the history of the world. The Son of God put to death by the people he came to save. Of course, it's also the best thing that's ever happened because in his death is where we find forgiveness for our sins. And of course, that leads us then into Easter Sunday where Jesus triumphantly raises from the grave. He conquers death, he ushers in new life, and he gives us even the promise of resurrection ourselves. The gospel accounts actually spend a lot of time, they really slow down the action during this week. About 25% of the content in the gospels is really spent on this week. So traditionally in the church is also kind of slowed down a little bit, taken things a little slower, focused more deeply during this week. We're going to do that too. And this week, actually every day this week, we're going to try to spend a little time focusing on who Jesus is, particularly in this last week of his earthly life. So every day I'm going to record just a little devotional, 5 to 7 minutes or so, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, focusing on one of those times in this week. And then Friday, we're going to have a Good Friday service, virtually, again online, where we will kind of walk through Jesus' last time on earth and his crucifixion and his death and burial. I also want to encourage you to take that day and set it aside. The PCA, the denomination we're in, the Presbyterian Church in America, and the Evangelical Presbyterian Church, and the Anglican Mission to North America have all gotten together and said, hey, let's make this Good Friday a day of fasting and prayer, where we get to set our attention on the death of Jesus for the forgiveness of the sins of the world, but also to cry out to God for help, particularly in a time where we really need it. So I want to encourage you, join us if you can every day this week as we focus more closely on who Jesus is during that last day of his life. And then on Friday, as we not only celebrate the crucifixion, but take some time even fasting all day if you can, and praying that the Lord would come and rescue his people. And then, of course, we'll be online Sunday as we celebrate the glorious resurrection of Jesus as he has ushered in new life for us on Easter. You can find more information about that on our website throughout the week. Look for emails, look for us on YouTube and on Facebook as well. Well, hopefully we'll see you multiple times during this week, and we'll see you Sunday. Have a fabulous week.